To add a user flow, navigate to your Monitoring tab inside of your workspace. Then click Add a new dashboard. From here, press User Flow. User flows are a way of modeling customer journeys through your products or websites. As an example, we're going to be modeling a user going to the tpgi.com website, going to the ARC platform overview, browsing through, and then pressing click sign up for free, and then bring them to the free sign up form. So we're going to title this Sign Up Flow. We're going to configure this for a Chrome desktop, and instead of a monthly schedule, we're going to put this on a weekly schedule. There's a few different ways that you can create your user flow. You can start with a blank user flow that will let you manually enter in the steps needed to do the action. User flow from a list of URLs, or you can record a Selenium script using a product such as Catalog or Selenium Studio and import that Selenium XML to generate your user flow. To keep things simple, we will be starting with a user flow from a list of URLs. For your list of URLs, you'll need a text file containing a list of the URLs. The way that they'll need to be formatted is a URL on each line, and each line containing 3 pieces of data separated by semicolons: title, semicolon, description, semicolon, and URL, semicolon. In our case, we have 3 URLs: our home page, the ARC platform page, and the free sign-up form page. We can select the file and press Next, and then complete our dashboard. We'll then be taken to the dashboard, which won't have any data in it initially. There's one other step that we'll have to take into consideration before we can activate this flow. Go to Configuration, verify that the flow is indeed what you'd like. In our case, we're opening each page and then analyzing the root document, XPath/HTML. For analyzing individual components on pages, you can use the XPath to that individual component, or you can use CSS equals or ID equals and provide the appropriate value to search for that individual component. But for right now, this will be great. So we'll come to Actions in the User Flow Steps menu and press Initialize User Flow Steps and confirm. This will run a process in the background that will set up your components and finish getting the user flow prepared. I'll be back once it's done. It's been a few minutes and our user flow has finished initialization. You can tell whenever you come to user flow details on the configuration page, state, and then it has been initialized. Now that it's been initialized, if we scroll down, we'll see some screenshots of our components. In our cases, because these are full page components, we'll see a snapshot of each of those entire pages. If we were to select an individual component with our selector, we would see that individual component in the thumbnail. This looks good. These are what I expected them to be for my user flow components. So to start the scan, we can come back to the Actions tab in User Flow Steps and press Scan User Flow Steps. This will now run the analyzation steps for these flows, as well as any steps in between. Once that's done, our dashboard will be populated. I'll come back once it's done. The scan has completed a few moments later, and now we can see the results of that scan. We can see that we have a WCAG 2.0 density of 16 individual failures per page, and a total of 48 failures across all 3 pages, including 6 color contrast failures. If we scroll down, we can get additional information, including what the individual failures were, what the failures were on the engine in both pie view and tabular view, performance by each of our individual components, recommended remediation, and a summary of the assertions. This has been how to set up a user flow.